Hello, all, and welcome back to the NFL Quick Talk Podcast. As always, you can find the show on YouTube and Spotify. Subscribe and follow. And we are trying to hit 100 subscribers here on YouTube. And 100 subscribers means a lot to the channel. Triple digits. You can only go up from there. It's going to be awesome. And so this is the Friday 5. This is where I give my top 5 games going into that week. So Friday 5 Week 2 edition, I give my top 5 games going into that weekend. I will give the spread, I'll give a score prediction, and what I am interested in seeing in those games. So let's get started. Our number 5 best top 5 games of the week: Browns at Steelers, Monday Night Football. Browns are a 2.5 point favorite. And here's something that jumped out to me very quickly, just looking up some stats for this game. The Browns have not won a regular season game in Pittsburgh since 2003. And just for context, the Browns have played in Pittsburgh every single year since 2003. So they have not won in Pittsburgh in a regular season game in 20 years. The only time that they've won was in that playoff game when there was nobody in the stands, and it was just a bizarre game overall. I mean, I do give credit to where it's due. The Browns definitely won that game, but it was an abnormal situation being in COVID and all. So the Browns, they haven't won since their quarterback was Kelly Holcomb. I had to look that up. It will be very interesting to see how the Steelers will respond after the 49ers beatdown and how their defense will look missing Cam Hayward. Also, will be very interesting if the Browns can keep up sustained success. I looked at metrics and whatnot, and I have this game going to the Steelers 24-20. Them being at home really helps them. Moving on, the fourth best game of the week that I have is the Jets at the Cowboys, 4 o'clock slate. I'm pretty sure just off the top of my head, Cowboys are an 8.5 point favorite. I think that that's a little high because, the Bills coming in with their elite offense. Yes, Josh Allen threw 4 picks. I think that's more the Jets being really, really good as well. The Jets defense is they're elite. They're up there. And I think that will be interesting how the Cowboys offense plays as well, because if you remember back to the Cowboys Giants game, the Cowboys offense didn't really do that much. They didn't have to do that much. They won the game, but it was really their defense that helped them out. So I can see this game being low scoring, and I don't see very many touchdowns in this game. I have this game going to Dallas 20-17. I think it'll be way closer than the spread indicates, and I think it'll be a decently good football game if you like defense. Cracking our top 3 best games of the week. At number 3, I have the Dolphins at the Patriots. The Dolphins are a 3-point favorite. I think that that is a little low, seeming as how they dismantled the Chargers offense. It is going to be very interesting, though, how the Pats offense plays. Their offense played pretty well against a pretty good defense in the Eagles last Sunday. The question is, will they be able to score 30? Because they have to be able to keep up with Miami's explosive offense. And if they score 30, I think they're in the ballpark. If they don't score more than 25, they're probably going to be losing this game 9 times out of 10. Their defense is still solid, but I think the Dolphins' offense is going to be too much for their defense. So can the Patriots' offense step up to another level and score 30, 35 points to keep in the shootout range that the Dolphins want to play in? My score prediction is 33-27 Dolphins in a little bit of more spread out game than the spread indicates. Our second best game of the week, I have the Ravens at the Bengals, AFC North showdown. The Bengals are a 3-point favorite, and the Bengals offense, does it show up? It did not show up in a big way against the Browns last week, going for 3 points. Joe Burrow didn't even pass for 100 yards. T. Higgins had zero touches, 0 yards. I mean, how does the Bengals offense respond, and do they show up? Now, if they do show up, how does the Ravens offense respond? Because the Ravens offense has typically had mild success, I would say, mild success to intermediate success, I would say, against the Bengals offense in the past with Joe Burrow. But, if it all depends on whether the Bengals offense is clicking, because the Bengals defense, is average, a little bit above average, but the Ravens offense will be able to score points. Even if it is ugly like last week, they will still be able to score points. It all depends on whether the Bengals can get their offense going, because if the Bengals score 25 plus, 30 plus, I don't think that the Ravens pull this one out, but I don't think that will happen, because I think that the Bengals are still trying to figure things out a little bit. My score prediction for this game is 24-17 Ravens, and but I think that the Bengals may get some revenge later on in the season. I think that it is too early to say that the Bengals offense is going to go and score 30. And here is my number one game of the week. I have the Chiefs at the Jaguars. No surprise. I think most of you guys would have it on your number one as well. Chiefs are a 3.5 point favorite, and this game is going to be interesting to say the least, and it's going to be very close. In my opinion, it's going to be right about where that spread is at. And I think an interesting dynamic in this game will be the Chiefs offense versus the Chiefs defense. I think that the Jaguars offense will be able to put up about 30-ish points, give or take, 35 if they can get a couple explosive plays, because it looks really explosive versus the Colts. Excuse me, they played the Colts, and I think that the Chiefs' defense is above average as well. It's one of the most underrated position groups in all of football, in my opinion. We all know how the Chiefs' offense is going to look. They're going to get explosive plays. They got Travis Kelce back, and they're going to score points. We all know that. Can the not the Chiefs, excuse me, can the Jaguars' defense, especially their defensive line, can they sack Patrick Mahomes? Can they get some sacks on second down and on third down to put them in third and long situations, fourth and long situations? Can they get the ball back? And if the ball is in Patrick Mahomes' hand, you're in constant danger. I think everyone knows that by now. And I'm really excited to see how the Jaguars' defensive line in particular plays, because I think that might determine the outcome of the game. My score prediction for this game, though, is the Chiefs winning 35-31. Thanks, y'all, for staying until the end. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 100. We're nearly halfway there. And if you haven't followed yet on Spotify, hit the follow button and give us a 5-star rating as well. And I will be doing my week 2 reactions video, putting that out either Monday night or Tuesday, depending on how good the Monday night games are. And it should be a very fun season. I look forward to doing these Friday 5s and reactions. If you haven't seen the week 1 reaction, I would suggest to go see that. But until week 2 reactions, I will see you guys on the flip side.